Alright. Well, that's not it. That's alright. I'll see you in the morning. You know, I'm really glad that they remade the Giant in BO3, but at the same time, how many remakes are we gonna get? I'm not gonna start that.
So far, I think it's only been like, what, maybe one or two other. Well, no, this is the first remake they did. Because the one in Black Ops 1 don't necessarily count.
No, those are more of just like remasters.
Yeah, probably, because they do look a little bit more graphically modified compared to the,
Yeah, it's on the BO1 engine instead of the...
War at War.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you could I would be safe and call it a remaster, or a revamp, I guess would be the better terminology for it. How is your internet right now?
It's going up to 3 to 4 bars, but so far it's doing a lot better than what it was going on Ghost so far.
Okay. And your sentences are not cutting out yet.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, though, you know, lately I haven't been live streaming as much, so in that retrospect, her data shouldn't really be used as much.
Shouldn't.
She told me, I think she told me even herself that her data, she still has some data left, and yeah, she still has some data left, so nothing should really be messing up. Because I think she's talking about if she did knew about it being overdone, something was supposed to happen, but I don't know. All I do know is I don't really live stream as much, and if I do, it's normally like 30 to 45 minutes worth of content at the shortest, and then like, you know, for the longest, I say maybe like an hour, hour and a half. If no more than that, depending on the game and how long I plan to stream it, unless I'm having an opportunity to do it full time. But even after all of that, though, I don't really have a lot of devices on my end to hook up to take that much data from her. So I don't get where the extra data absorption is coming from.
Well, and I'm wondering, you don't use a phone to look at YouTube, right?
I mean, I kind of do, but half of the times I don't really be on YouTube.
And then you said you have other family members that use their game, or that use the system.
My sister has an Xbox. She has a laptop, and what else? I think she has a phone, but I'm not sure if that's okay. Didn't mean to grab that. I'm not sure if that's connected to the what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure if her phone is connected to the internet or not. I don't know about that. I do know she got about a good 3 to 4 devices, and she just got her Nintendo Switch, so that's another thing. And then my brother, he only has, let's see, a phone, a tablet, and the PlayStation 4 that I gave him. I gave him the older brand though. But even when it was just me and him, it don't really cause that much problems.
And no one else is downloading the game, or any games, or anything else in the background?
As far as I know, no. Like, if Chosen does play any of the games I play, or at least just the sum, I'm pretty sure he's only getting the downloads for the games I know he's gonna play most, like Overwatch, Mortal Kombat. But other than that, that's really about it.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's funny though, because I think he just came onto the game, but even him being on the game don't really take much data.
I don't know. I've never had to worry about. Well, I shouldn't say never had to worry about it. Let me just say that the chances of me even being concerned about data on the internet is not that high.
Right.
So I'm wondering. Well, I don't know. I honestly cannot pinpoint it, to be fair.
Yeah, so far been 4 rounds, and I have not had any bad after effects so far. And yet, this has only had happened towards Ghosts, like after being on it for a little bit.
Right, and well, there's the a few times, or not a few times, the recent time. Remember, we were on BO3 doing what Easter egg were we doing? We were doing the moon.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to then. But you weren't streaming, were you? Or
Not
were
much.
You? Yeah. So, that's so confusing.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's. I would assume it'd be an internet thing with how many people would be on the internet using it.
Yeah.
That would assume that everyone's using the internet at the same time.
Like, the only time I know everybody's gonna be on the internet is pretty much on the weekends. Because my sister is off. I'm either off or working, but when I'm on, you know, it's normally like later in the afternoons. And my little brother, he sometimes be up before me if it's on the weekends, but he don't really have, you know, any items that use that much data.
Right.
Like, as far as maybe the PlayStation 4, but that's really all I can think of. Like I say, he has a tablet and he has a phone, but I don't think he uses his both at the exact same time. Okay, I'm getting these random lag spikes, but
well, and everyone here just got home, so they're putting their computers and shit on.
I wonder if that's why I'm getting that lag spike out of nowhere.
And on top of, well, my PlayStation's wired.
That's crazy though,
But we
because
get Spectrum here.
I'm about to say though, that's crazy because your wired connection should make things a little bit more stable.
Well, and that's just it. I haven't reset the router in so long because anytime I try to, everyone's using the internet.
You know what? I wonder if that might be the reason why I was having trouble playing certain games with you last time.
Well, but then on top of that too, when you'd be hosting or streaming, it would kick me out on a few games as well.
Yeah, which is weird.
And I don't know. I know that mine here, because of how Spectrum is, we're not gonna pay a fortune just so we can get 2 megabytes back. It's just that.
Right.
And on top of that too, not only is the internet here not so stable, but they don't exactly give you, you know, any sort of idea of what the megabytes are actually going to give you. They keep telling you, I'm ready. They keep saying, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll give you good internet, we promise. 100 megabytes a second. And from the people that have Spectrum, that at least that I've worked around, they've said that one day they'll get maybe 40 up, 3 down, and then other times they'll get 70, and that would be the highest they ever get. Like, I don't think it's PCR. Oh, bitch.
Excuse me.
You're good.
Interesting.
Right. So I.
Now that I think about it, the only other game I kind of had an on and off relationship with besides Ghost was IW, Infinite Warfare.
Right, because even in IW we would do the same thing too.
Yeah, like, it'll sometimes do that with zombies, but not as much with the multiplayer sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it happened more on multiplayer than it did on zombies, but this is quite the vice versa for Ghost, in a way.
Which is very confusing.
Yeah. I wonder if her data is low, but not low to the point where it should be doing this. I don't know. Like, it's so odd with how data is now in these times, especially how hers is supposed to be quote-unquote operating.
Well, and the other thing that catches my attention too is if you have a plan for like 4 gigabytes is the max. If you hit 3.7 or 3.8, it stops using that much data, and then it starts using the full internet capacity. and it causes more lag issues because of how close you're getting to that plan. That doesn't mean that there is a plan. If there is no plan, then it shouldn't affect. Shouldn't.
I would not be surprised if that's the case. That got me thinking.
It's so difficult, though. Yeah. Uh-oh. Cut out a little bit there.
Yeah. So far I'm still here, though. 7 rounds and going.
7 rounds!
Double points!
Once more, the red sun prevails.
Getting lag spikes here and there, but...
Yeah, you're at 3 bar.
Normally...
really hope...
And deceit,
Excuse me.
Bless you multiple times.
Why I should trust you.
Oh.
Don't have time to explain now, but I have a message for you. A message from the Emperor.
Yeah, we have an emperor. I have a message from the Emperor, but yet I won't
every weapon available to me, where I truly learn what this machine is capable of.
Yeah, you wanna do the trap? Oh.
Why not?
Yeah, just to test it out. You wanna play a game? You wanna play hide and seek?
I want to play a game. Let's play hide and seek.
I don't know what,
Goals for
or,
hide.
well, I kind of have the idea why, but when I first heard of Maxis with his voice, I was not expecting the way how he looked in Revelations.
Right.
I was expecting a big, chunkier guy. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, there we go. It took a bit.
Hey, you found one. I can hear her. Even now.
That's gonna kill me. I wish that would've worked. This one's the easiest one.
Wow, you found another one. There must be a purpose.
Never mind. Yo, ray gun, you work? It does.
I see it. The beacon is lit.
Is it? I know where and when you are.
What do you know of the Emperor?
Sooner or later, they will find you.
So wrong.
Together,
He had abandoned
that's the future of the children.
forgotten me.
Now that I think about it, the way how he said that connects with Revelations, and it makes sense now. Because I thought Dr. Maxis was trying to find you to be, or trying to kill you. Had no idea that it was literally Maxis trying to find you to teleport you to the house for the safety of the children to end the madness, hence salvation. And I'm over here thinking like, wow, Maxis really wants us dead. Uh-oh. All right, I have stamina up. I'm ready.
I do not understand your riddles, German. How will my
Okay,
past
so
become
far you
illuminated?
good? You doing fine? Not laggy. No issues yet. I mean, lag is going to happen. So far, so good?
Yeah, it's common for me that I get 4 bars or maybe even 3 bars, but it's been solid nonetheless.
And you're still streaming?
Yeah.
Oh. You know, I wish multiplayer on BO3 was still a thing, because I definitely want to make another ICR class. I feel like I slept on that gun for so long, because it had low recoil, or, yeah, low if not any recoil. The damage wasn't the greatest, I'll admit, but I feel like it still did some work.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of reloads like the M27 for BO2. Wonder if I can just yeet. Whoops. Where is he? Whoops, I missed. I missed again? What? Lols. I wonder how bad it would be, or how bad I'd make you lag if I looked up your video on my computer real quick.
I mean, you could try it.
So far, you're running smooth.
Yeah. Still 3-bar at most, but it kind of acts like a 4-bar.
Right, and especially on here. Yeah. That is so strange. It's like it lets you play a game on here that is very colorful, mind you. Very colorful, very vibrant. And have no issues, because saturation also can be a part with frames and gameplay errors as well. But yet you're running A-OK. Oh, there's a lag spike there.
Yeah, I get a lag spike here and there, but not to the point where it's messing me up. But yeah, the performance is better on here than it was on Ghost. And real talk though, which is weird because all the other times we've been playing Ghost, the performance has been pretty solid.
Yeah. So it's just... What?
Yeah, I know, man. Don't try to stress over it for me. This is really weird.
Is, like, I'm trying to just... trying to comprehend what the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
the weirdest moments I be having with this when it comes to streaming and not streaming is pretty much what is it? It's Ghost, sometimes IW, and on a now and then occasions I guess Destiny 2. But almost every other game though plays pretty solid, even with me streaming. And like I said, lately, like in the recent couple of you know, days or whatever, I don't stream as much, but whenever I do, it's, you know, a good amount of time, like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and 30 at most, if not almost 2 hours, and yet everything still plays nearly as fine. Shoot, it was even at a point where me and my brother, keep in mind, we were both using the exact same internet, play Overwatch, and it was actually pretty solid, surprisingly.
I just hope that it's not too much data that's been used. But if that was the case, then someone would have notified you. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused as all could be.
Yeah, I know. But the weird thing is, dog, the router got reset not too long. I think, what was it, yesterday or the day before, actually. And the internet had its ups and downs, but at that point, though, it should have been stable by today.
Mm-hmm. Should have been.
But I'm wondering if on the day she normally pays her bill, or the day it normally resets, if the internet's gonna be better by then. If she still has it, which I'm pretty sure she will.
I would assume so. Because it would reset. Okay. It should have reset. If not, it would reset on the day that's that the renewal would happen.
Yeah. Which may happen more likely this week or sometime next week or something.
Yeah, like, I wonder if they don't really reset it until it's a few days after.
Yeah. Sometimes it's on the exact same day of the bill being paid or whatever, or, you know, the day the bill is due, but other times it's like a few days after. I know that I say this because, what's that, back when I what I'm trying to say, I know this because back when I was up at Novi with my former roommate, that's pretty much what was going on. Some days would be like relatively quick, other days would be like relatively longer.
Oof. Just, ugh.
Here you find your eternal slumber, restless.
I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better, like, by the weekend or before the weekend, you know, pretty much it. Because I definitely want to finish, you know, our little,
Right.
a little
Our
playthrough
little-
with the whole, maps. And of course, there's going to be other times I'm going to definitely want to still go back and play Ghosts. Whether it's just extinction or multiplayer. But, aside from that, though, there's going to be other games I want to try to get into.
Last night,
Well, and I know you want to do Asura's Wrath.
a house with two.
You're gonna want to record that at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think if one of these days I'm gonna just get a laptop and maybe a camera that has at least a good HD like quality, and hopefully be able to stream from that, because it may not be the exact same quality that you see, you know, me live streaming from the PlayStation, but it'd be kind of close.
I do know that I was watching a few other people buy cool tech under $50, and there's an HD capture card or a USB drive that it's just like a capture card, but the quality on it, I don't know if it's 1080p or 720 or something.
Yeah, as long as it's like, yeah.
If you have to get a computer though, but you can put it onto your computer or PC or laptop, whatever it is, and you hook it up to there, and it'll detect through Streamlabs or OBS. It'll detect the capture card, which then you can link to your PlayStation, and then you can stream on that, and it takes not as much internet from your PC or from your PlayStation to stream.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's, like I said, I'll have to find that video, and if you want, you can look at the specs, you can look at what it is, get a better understanding of how it is as well. But you do need a computer or a laptop of some sort.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of these days work on getting a laptop and a camera. But the good thing is though, my former roommate, he actually gave me a capture card, and I believe it is HD too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is it
like,
an Elgato?
I don't know. I gotta look through my bag and see what it is. All I can say is that hopefully the quality for it is around anywhere from 720 or 1080.
Yeah, if you get an Elgato, most Elgatos, if not almost all Elgatos at this point, you can get an Elgato for if it's HD, then it's 1080p. But if you get not saying that he did, but if you got an Elgato 4K 60 HD, then that'd be a 4K display at 60 frames per second, which would be cool and all, but unless you don't got streaming quality, or not streaming quality, a PS4 that runs 4K.
Right. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the PlayStation 4 I got does run 4K, if I'm not mistaken. But
PS4 Pro.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my PS4 does run 4K, but my TV at its highest quality is only a 1080p. That's why my videos.
Is good.
Yeah, which is why most of my videos produce or at least shows at 720 or 1080.
Our dedication to the slaughter.
Good. So yeah, the capture card that you get, well, depending on what it is, I mean, if you get just a normal capture card, you won't get 60 FPS. You'll have to put that into the settings and see if it'll allow it to. Sometimes the Elgato, it takes a little bit. But if you don't got an Elgato and it's just a straight up capture card, like an HD capture card, it's a USB drive, and that you'd have to hope that you can get 60 FPS on there. If not, I mean, 60 frames is, it's not mandatory, it is recommended.
Right.
But you can still stream your games in 1080p quality. It just won't be smooth for what most streams are.
Yeah. I would say if my capture card is not what I think it is, it'd probably be good on a different level, but not a bad level.
Oh, no.
Like, it's probably gonna be smooth, but like you said, not as smooth if it was like a 60 frames per second.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, either way, like, you still see videos nowadays where most, or a good portion of videos are 1080p, but not 60 FPS.
The path of the virtuous
Huh?
brings many rewards.
Hello, Nino. So, with me looking at your stream for the past 7 minutes or so, which is taking up internet because I use my computer, you're still looking at 60 FPS. The graphics is still 1080p, mainly. I mean, you're kind of lagging here and there a little, not a whole lot. So, I'm wondering if Ghost. I'm wondering if, because on Ghost, I don't know if you have it on yours, but there are times where your game will start losing frames, and it starts getting a little laggy looking.
It does have that sometimes.
So I'm wondering, because Ghost is that way, it causes your game, or it causes you to not stream so well, and then it causes your game to crash. Because even on Infinite Warfare as well, some parts of the game, like when I play Beast from Beyond, or Attack the Radioactive thing, my game will start to lag, or lose frames is what it is. And then it'll cause my game to crash. So I'm wondering if that's why Ghost is an issue. But yet on here, don't die, my guy. Get some water.
Yeah, I'll be alright. But go, my bad, go ahead.
Good. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why you causes your game to cause internet issues.
You think it's deep?
At the same time, though, in the past we've been fine. I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, same. So you think it's because of these frame drops is probably why having that going on?
Because what it causes is screen tearing, and then it causes your PlayStation to work even more to give you the best quality as possible, especially if you don't have boost enabled or super sampling enabled.
Right.
But even then, Ghost, I have those two enabled on my PS4, and it still causes frames to drop left and right on some parts. Or even when I'm up close and personal with a mammoth trying to lay down bullets onto it, I'll still lose frames. So I literally think Ghost is just that game that has that issue. It's just now becoming more of an issue.
It could
like
be.
I said, it just goes back to the past because you streamed all 4 maps. No, you streamed, yeah. You did
I streamed
Point of
all through
Contact,
4
Outbreak, and then Mayday.
Yeah, I did all 4 maps and multiplayer, and keep in mind, all of it still came out a lot better than what's going on right now.
Exactly.
Not to mention, even Cold War acts better than Ghost, which is ironic.
Okay. Ghost, but Cold War doesn't have the tearing issue. We gotta realize too, Ghost was the very first Call of Duty game to come out on a next-gen console.
Sure.
With not many fixes to it as it is. Most of the fixes went to 360. So, I don't know. I think after this, it's around 60. I call bullshit.
I wish we could do round 60, but I ain't gonna have much time.
Just say, do like gets around 25 and then call it?
Pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, we'll get to around 25, and then after that, I'll do my rebuild database on my PS4 as well. Maybe that might help. I'm not saying it's the answer, but I know mine will need it at some point. It's been a few months for me.
Yeah.
So I'll rebuild mine if you want to rebuild yours, and then tomorrow we'll go on Ghosts, and then we'll stress test it. And we'll see if anything works. If it does fix and work, then just every few months or every month or so we should redo it or
Yeah.
rebuild or so. Just spitballing.
Right.
Like, when it comes to PCs, I can see left and right what the issue could be and what can cause the streaming to be an issue. When it comes to PlayStation, it's its base components. I don't exactly know what's in there besides its own processor, its own graphics card, which is really not a graphics card, it's just an integrated graphics, which is pretty much the processor inside of it. But, consoles are weird, bro.
Yeah. Also, on an interesting note, Ghost is actually, the Ghost I got right now is actually one of the only few games that I'm playing on disc.
You have it on disc.
Yeah.
I have mine digitally downloaded, and I don't know if that would cause an issue, would it?
It shouldn't, but you never know.
Like,
But it's crazy though, because the disc has been well treated, so it's not like I, done it to the point where
right.
it would do something like that.
Well, and like I made that comment last time we were playing Ghosts with other buddies, and I go on Xbox, and I bought Ghosts digitally on Xbox, and I had no screen tearing issues, no frames that would drop at all. But then I go on to here, and I literally did not want to touch this game for a few months. Or on Ghosts for a few months because of how many frames I would lose.
Definitely approaching.
It's and I don't know how to fix the frames, because if there was a way to fix the frame issue, then it would make the streaming much more simple. If not, it would be easier and cause less internet crashes for the game. Uh-oh, Biscuit Eater almost died.
Every scratch upon me will be met upon you 1,000-fold.
Okay, so using the dredge is not unlocked yet. I think that's 33 if I'm not mistaken. You really love your Man of Wars.
Hey man, it was ride or die with this gun when I first seen this in action.
See, I remember back in the beta when the Man of War was probably like the most broken weapon to use as an AR, and then it just slowly became like a nice addition to ARs. But I also do remember the Razorback being so dumb. Like, high DPS, fast firing rate made it even stronger. On top of that, the reload was nice. Put extended mags on there. Oh.
And it had a decent range too.
Oh gods. It was a nice medium. If you really wanted to, long barrel with ELO sight and extended mags can make it a nice AR-esque, but wasn't really recommended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did like the Razorback. Razorback was definitely one of the fun weapons to play. And Man of War was still, a very strong weapon. It's still considered, was it one of the top 5 most used ARs?
Oh, the Man of War?
Dishonors my sinuses.
Like, you could not catch a CDL player not use the Man of War, or at least have a Man of War class in his setup.
Right.
Sorry, I was talking to my sister. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. She was asking me about
Yeah. Like, shoot, Man of War in general is still like the top 5 most used guns in general for Black Ops 3.
Oops. I think the only weapon that really pissed me off during the beta was the Dingo, because, I don't like people that use LMGs in TDM. I don't know what it is, I don't know why it is, but I feel like the main reason why is because an LMG, it's so slow, but you have so much ammo, you don't have to reload, and it's got so much stopping power to it, at least most LMGs did. So when I saw the Dingo, it really pissed me off. This is like, why, out of all the weapons, are you going to use an LMG? It has 80 bullets, fast firing rate, it's heavy, so I mean, you can't exactly run a whole lot. But I didn't really know the exploit of the sliding in the game, so people would run Dingo with fast mag and quick draw, if I'm not mistaken, with yellow sight. Yeah, and gung ho with dead silence or blast suppressor, and because people use awareness, so they hear footsteps, so they either use dead silence or they use blast suppressor or gung ho. But it was so broken because the fast firing rate plus the range to it, it had a nice long range to it. And if you could reload it fast, you didn't have to worry about treating it like an SMG or like an AR. You treat it like an SMG. And when you shoot with stock, it had the effects of an AR movement speed. So pretty much you had an 80 round AR with the mobility of an SMG if you played it correctly. However, that was, if you could get past the reload, even with fast mags, it wasn't the fastest, but my god, a Man of War with fast mags is like nothing, no more shorter than an SMG reload.
Pretty much.
And then Razorback VMP was... I love my Razorback, I love my VMP. Putting those two together in one class, no.
Ooh-wee, VMP. And it's still being used too.
Like, I don't know about you, but when I first heard the VMP came back on the BO4, I got real pissed. I really did. I was expecting, like, nothing from BO3 to come back. Although the Locust came back, which... Locust is kind of... meh, it's the Locust. But, when they announced the VMP, I thought they was going to add an operator mod to it, or they're going to add something to it to make it dumb and broken. No, we're going to just leave it the base as it is. Just put grip on there, quick draw, and stock. And there you go, with extended mags and rapid fire, and then boom. All you need is dead silence and stim shot, or you have dead silence, or you have stim shot. And there you go, like, huh? Like, what do you mean the VMP is pretty much next to nothing shorter than a CDL weapon? Yo, who this? It's me. It's me. It's for me.
Duh, you remember back when the Vesper was considered broken?
What was that?
You remember back then when the Vesper was considered broken?
Oh my god! That gun when it first came out, what was it? I remember strictly watching Ali A, because I was a huge fanboy at the time for him. And he made a Razorback class, he made an M8A7 class, a Man of War class, and then one of his class setups was, this is the God Gun, and I'm like, okay, hilarious. Every gun in BO3 is a God Gun. So that Vesper had no recoil, long range, shoot so much faster than the other SMG out there, and it had 40 rounds, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Something
so.
like that. Like, I'm sorry, but what do you mean this SMG is faster than the Dingo?
Yeah, out of all the SMGs, it was the fastest firing weapon in the game.
Well, and the recoil was so dumb, like, all you needed was long barrel and fast mag for that. Everything else didn't work for you. I do too also remember when BO3 was at launch, and when people were playing multiplayer, they were trying to exploit the Brecci with the Vesper. Or not the Brecci, sorry, it was the Haymaker. Because the Haymaker, if you had the Haymaker as your secondary, you literally could, well, it wasn't a class, sorry, because you had to pick up a weapon. But they would have buddy systems, or someone have the Haymaker as their primary, and they would literally have extended mags, and they'd have long barrel, and the other buddy would have, for his Vesper, he would have long barrel and extended mags as well. And he would just run around, get nothing but rafts, get motherships, get the raids, all that other shit. Because Haymaker up close, it was a 2-shot kill. But extended mags is 25 bullets, or 20 bullets to it. You don't have to worry about running out of ammo. Then when you want to hit someone from a distance, use the Vesper. Like Oofer Gang.
Right.
Do you want to finish this round, then we call it quits?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know about you, but this map gets boring. I don't hate this map. I really love it as all can be, but it's so bare bones. It's after playing it for so many times. I mean, hell, I honestly. Oh man, excuse me. I was trying to do the Zetsubo no Shima Easter egg, and you know, I was doing flawless. I was figuring out the water's formula for it, I guess you can call it that. Doing the challenges, I had to do 15 zombies that were distracted, which is all 3 purples or pinks for the water. I had to eat a fruit and then water 5 plants. Like, okay, pretty simple and easy enough. I just need to know what the colors are. Get all those, get the shield. I get to the part where I have to get the second cog by the docks from the zip line, and I can never guess where the fucking zip line drop is at. And I landed right in the water. Like, nah. Well, it was like as soon as I get in the water, I ain't coming out of this, so I might as well just, you know, reset the application. Oh, heavens, Hellboy. Well, good news is, no one went down, no one had to revive. Bad news is I'm 200 kills away from headshots, so that's, you know, I got that going on for me. Granted, I'm also using the trapezohedron shard. You know, I used to be one of those nerds on Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, where I would literally memorize each weapon and what their upgrade was. We should get... Okay, now we have to play until the song's over. I was really trying to avoid that, but I love the song.
I was actually trying to play this much earlier. Didn't get the chance to.
Oh, we're good. We're good. But I would be on any one of those guns, and someone say, so, I got this gun. It's like, oh, okay, cool, what is it? Oh, it's this. I upgraded. I'm like, okay, tell me about it. And they'd say, like, well, I got the awful one. Oh, you got the crossbow. That's cool. It's like a monkey bomb, except it only lasts about 2-3 seconds, and then it's done. And every single person I met randomly are like, okay, I didn't ask what it was. I just, okay. I'm like, don't worry about it. You know, I got your back. And BO2 is the worst because when the Scar showed, or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't BO2, it was Black Ops 1, it's still the worst. Because someone got the MP5K, and I was like, really, you got the MP5? And they said, well, what other weapon I should get? I was like, well, first of all, 40 rounds in its magazine with 120 in stockpile is not great. Like, bad enough that its firing range is so bad, is you go through ammo so quickly. I was like, and on top of that, the MP, or the M115 Collider? Like, come on. And every single time they're like, okay, you play this game way too much. Like, well, what else am I supposed to do? Yo, it's Braun. What up, Buttercup?
Yo, what up, homie?
Oh my god.
You good over there?
Yeah, just, you know, not exactly helping my case over here. Oh, crawlers! Right, the Wonder Waffle does make crawlers. So, how many years ago did you realize that was actually pronounced the Wunderwaffe instead of the Wonder Waffle?
You are all going to die.
Man, I I really can't say. I do know it wasn't too late. Like, I would want to say anywhere between, if I'm being honest, maybe Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 times.
You are not worthy of my mercy.
Wow, a
Because-
lot earlier than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Good.
I want to say Black Ops 1 though, like if at the earliest, but
For a warrior spirit.
I didn't really get into the Call of Duty lore until like probably later Black Ops 2, early Black Ops 3.
Wow. Y'all playing BO3? They're just testing something out. So, this is gonna make you laugh. I had no idea that this was based around Germany. Like, I knew it was based around Germany, but I didn't really, like, connect the dots. So, every single one of my friends is like, oh yes, the Wunderwaffe, hell yeah, the Wunderwaffe. And, you know, Tank, as a joke, says that. Not a fucking idea that the Wunderwaffe is actually pronounced the Wunderwaffe, the DG2. Because Germans did not speak their W's, they spoke their W's as V's. So for so long I kept calling it the Wunderwaffle. And someone who was so hardcore into his history is like, you're pronouncing that wrong. I said, how? It's the Wunderwaffle. He says, well, read that. And I said, okay, it's the Wunderwaffe. He says, no, the W's are V's. He says, it's pronounced the Wunderwaffe DG2.
Gotcha.
And I looked at him like, oh, I am so dumb. And it was right around Black Ops 3, maybe Infinite Warfare times, when I realized that, wow, holy shit, I'm 18, 19, not realizing that it's actually pronounced Wunderwaffe. I'm an idiot.
Right.
So then they're like, so what's this? The Gruyere? It's the Gewehr? I had no idea it was pronounced the Gewehr either. I was like, oh, I'm so dumb. Like, I'm so bad at this. Y'all doing high rounds or some shit? No, we were here to test stuff, but
Yeah.
you let me know when you wanna close that.
Yeah, we can do it after the end of this round.
Okay. We were here to test it. Y'all doing high rounds? Oh, yeah. No, we were literally here just to see if his internet connection would work. And so far on BO3 it works. Ghost, totally different. Alright, we'll wait till it's 28 because I'm a completionist like that. Alright, and dashboard.
Alright. Thanks y'all for watching. We will see y'all again soon. Appreciate that.